Well, hello, friends. Fujosevich here, and welcome back to some more Jade Golem Druid. As we continue our, I don't want to say ascent, but we continue our to have a little bit of fun on the ladder here, which is basically what I'm always aiming to be doing. Fresh off the heels of the announcement of the soon-to-be ladder changes with the floor system, and another living roots to start the game off. I'm very perplexed. Maybe, I don't know why. This is the second time we've run into what I'm expecting to be a beast deck. I honestly expect this to be a beast deck right now, which I just am surprised at. I mean, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just a deck that's hoping, you know, is worried that I'm going to be the aggressive deck. And so they're trying to get out ahead. And this is actually a great top deck, because now we're going to Jade and ramp into another Jade. So now this 4 mana... 5/6, which is overstated for 4 mana, which is great for us. Now, if our opponent throws out a Jade Spirit, we're not really that far ahead. Wow, this is very slow play, unless something else comes down. Okay, Wrath, that's fine. So this really still doesn't tell us that much about our opponent. Except that they weren't willing to trade face damage there at all. So, I'm happy. I think we should all be happy when we see an opponent do that. They wrathed and then traded their minion opposed to going with the face. But honestly, I mean, I don't think that's... Like, I don't know what else is in their hand, obviously, but I think that's the wrong play. And the reason is because, like, I could have traded my minion... Again, here, I could have traded my minions in, but instead I preserved my minions so that now my opponent's going to have to deal with them again next turn. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's just a very basic... Hearthstone and very basic kind of card game idea, especially when you have control. And there are now minions. There are Jades coming down here. Okay, so we need to combo this with the Jade for sure. Do we want to nourish now? Do we want to draw? Or do we just want to ramp? I'm going to go ahead and ramp now, and I know that might seem a little bit silly, but next turn we're going to be able to Bran into Jade Behemoth. And I think that's going to be pretty powerful for us. And I want to take this out right now. And again, see, because we left these minions up, we're able to deal with our opponent's minions very cleanly. And the idea is next turn we're just going to throw down a massive Jade Behemoth, because we're going to have a whole ton of power coming out that hopefully will be able to overwhelm our opponent. Which I know we kind of went, not all in, but we have a significantly smaller hand. And because we didn't draw cards with that Nourish, we have a smaller hand size. This is okay. This is okay. We are going to need to shuffle that. But we're not going to shuffle it this turn because this is the absolutely most important thing that we need to do right now. And I'm going to trade this in just in case there's any sort of swipe shenanigans going on. And the reason is because that 2 damage that we just did, that 2 is going to be added to this 3 plus another 5, and we'll be able to punch through this Ancient of War relatively easily, you know, quote-unquote easily. Jade Spirit, that's okay. We just need to dodge. Yeah, swipe is, you know, not ideal for us, but we will definitely survive. And now, actually, we have some real... Oh, this is great. We're gonna go all in, basically, with the cards. Fandral. Another Jade. That's a big one. We're gonna go ahead and clear all of these, and maybe we could have just gone face with an extra 4 damage or 8 damage actually, but I like the idea of clearing there. We've got a whole bunch of Jades in. Oh, if our opponent has a swipe, we are not going to be happy. And a mulch on the Fandral. You know what? We're kind of... And this is the problem with when you draw this, deal 1 damage. That's, you know what? This is just well statted. 6 mana, 6/7. We just Boulder Fist Ogred our opponent here. They mulched and then they burned the Living Roots. I have not been keeping track of what our opponent's been playing in terms of... I think they played 1 other Wrath and 1 Swipe. The reason why I'm talking about this is whether I think it's better or worse to then be playing Nourish right now, or Just continuing to tempo here. You know, and again, I'm gonna go ahead and leave up a bigger board. If our opponent runs a Yogg or a Deathwing, we lose. But that's what they kind of deserve it then. For, you know, this is honestly a very decent mulch result. A Boulder Fist Ogre. Feral Rage, are they attacking in? They have to. Yeah, they know they have to as well. So that time now our opponent kind of is feeling the pressure. They felt like they had to attack in there. Oh, and now this is kind of... Now this is getting kind of a little tricky. Now we're obviously going to draw. This last card, who knows? Okay, we have more draw, which is okay. Oh, this is excellent. Okay, now we're in great shape. We'll do 3. We just trade off here like it's nothing. We'll summon the 7/7. This is still lethal anyways. I'm trying to think. I'll throw out this to be draw for next turn if we need it. And then we still have an extra 2 mana draw to start our turn. Next turn, if this is, I was going to say, let's, oh no, Yogg. Oh, I thought it was going to be Yogg the way they innervated first. Oh, that was terrifying. Wow, everyone. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely, you know, Jade Golem Druid Mirror is very dependent on who hits that ramp first. I can see. And how the early game goes in terms of building up the Jades, and the fact that I was able to ramp into the Bran, I think that was a really, really big deciding factor on how this game really went. So if you're enjoying these videos, everyone, if you're new here, feel free to hit that big red subscribe button below. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone, and I'll see you next time.